some of life's lessons will be difficult, and you may be asked to face more than you think you can, and certainly more than you want. In his farewell address, King Benjamin taught that a fundamental purpose of mortal life, perhaps the fundamental purpose of mortal life, is to, quote, become a saint through the atonement of Christ the Lord, which will require, as he goes on to say, to become as a child, submissive, meek, humble, patient, full of love, willing to submit to all things which the Lord seeth fit to inflict upon him, even as a child doth submit to his father. It means, in part at least, that struggle and strife, heartbreak and loss are not experiences that come only somewhere else to someone else. It means that moments when faith feels frightfully difficult to hold on to are not reserved for bygone days of our persecution and martyrdom. No, times when becoming a saint through Christ the Lord seem almost too much to achieve are still with us. And so it will be until God has proven his people for their eternal reward. My plea today is that we practice now and be strong now for those times of affliction and refinement that surely will come. For some of us, they come now. That's when faith in God, faith in Christ will really count. That's when faith must be unwavering, because it will be examined in the refiner's fire to see if it is more than sounding brass or tinkling cymbal. For some, the severity of the test may seem like a marathon-length final exam in Mortal Life 101. It is then sailing in what Hamlet called a sea of troubles, that it may take all the faith you have just to keep your little craft afloat. I think the only commentary needed for this verse might be regarding that line suggesting that God inflicts trials and burdens upon us. The word inflict, which comes from the Latin infligere, has at least two meanings. One is to strike or dash against or beat down, but that's not applicable to God or his angels. No, the proper definition of the word as King Benjamin uses it is, quote, to allow something that must be borne or suffered, close quote. Now, allowing something is a very different matter. God can and will do that if it is ultimately for our good. God does not now, nor will he ever do to you a destructive, malicious, unfair thing ever. It is not in what Peter calls the divine nature to even be able to do so. By definition, and in fact, God is perfectly and thoroughly, always and forever good. And everything he does is for our good.